Hello and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 on the channel, and we've skipped a little bit ahead. We've gone back to Superstar because what happened is I played a game, I played a couple of games on a lower setting and was getting, I can't remember when we were last together actually. I think it was back here somewhere. I beat Watford 3-0, I lost to Liverpool 2-1, that happens. I beat Wolves 1-0, beat Schalke 1-0, beat Fulham 2-0. Beat Cardiff 3-0 and lost to Spurs 1-0. Beat Arsenal 1-0 and drew with Bournemouth 0-0. Most of these were back down on Superstar. We're into the transfer window, and today we've got Wolves in the FA Cup and then Leicester in the Premier League. Hopefully 2 games in this episode if we get time, which we should do. We've gone back to a bit more of a sensible formation of 4-1-2-2-1. It's working very, very well. Don't really come up against the 3-5-2 though, so it'll be interesting to see how it works in this. We'll be changing the players who are starting the game, and we're in the transfer window, and we tried to get Leon Goretzka, but it's not working. But we've got a bid in for someone who hopefully will be joining in time for the Leicester game. Quite a big signing, so hopefully it'll be pretty good. I've decided to just have a bit of fun because the chances are we're only going to have one season of this save before the demo and stuff comes out for PES 2020. So yeah, PES 2019 is coming to the end of its life. I've got other games coming to the channel pretty soon, so I'm making time for that as well. But let's go forward. Let's get into the FA Cup game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, when I was playing this about 2 days ago, and I was playing some of the games offline, all the mods work. So hopefully, even though there's been another update, I haven't installed the update yet. So hopefully, it should be fine. We're going to play De Ligt and Lindelof together in the cup. We're going to have Fred come in here instead of Juan Mata. We're going to have Rashford starting instead of Sancho on the wing. We'll pop Jones on the bench because he's actually quite up for the game. So we'll put him on the bench instead of Martial. We'll take Chong off the bench and put on... Actually, we've got lots of defenders that are up for this game today. Handa Herrera. I'd quite like Juan Mata on the bench. He can replace Andrea Pereira. Juan Mata's sort of had rejuvenated his career in this save. He's been playing quite a lot for me in attacking midfield next to Paul Pogba. But that's how we're going to line up. Let's get into the game and we'll be back to go through both teams. Hello and welcome to Molineux, where today we see Manchester United take on Wolves, for some reason playing in different kits. I'm not too sure why, but it's the FA Cup and it's Pro Evolution Soccer, so not very much of it makes sense at all. As the teams walk out, led by Paul Pogba for Man United and Rui Patricio for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's go through the lineup. So then for the first round of the FA Cup, both teams naming very strong lineups, looking for success in this competition. De Gea, Dalot, Bailly, Lindelof and Tierney are the back 5. Weigl, Pogba and Fred in the middle. Icardi, Lukaku and Marcus Rashford lead the line. On the bench, prominent names of Juan Mata and Anthony Martial drops out for today. Rui Patricio is in goal for Wolves. Bennett, Dendoncker and Castro are the back 3. Cavalieri, Saiz and Traore. Ruben Neves and João Moutinho make a midfield 5. Diego Jota partners the pretty deadly Raul Jimenez in this Wolves team. As the referee looks ready to go, the players are ready to go. Let's see how the game unfolds as Lukaku kicks us off. So Man United are having a bit more of a patient approach to the game these days as it goes all the way back to De Gea just to rebuild and keep the ball, try and move Wolves out. Obviously this midfield 5 is packing the midfield for them, so Vinko Peritin's men looking to just move the ball around and wait for the right opportunity to strike as Pogba gets it in the middle. Looks for a give and go. That is a foul on Weigl, who again has settled into his Man United holding midfield role very well, and an early yellow card for Diego Jota. So Eric Bailly picks up the short free kick and Man United look to build again. It goes straight up the line towards Icardi, who likes to be on this right hand side and cutting onto his left foot. Fred flicks it out to the left of Tierney. He's just waiting for a bit of movement, puts a cross in, looking towards Rashford. Fred knocks it down into the path of Lukaku. His shot's blocked and it's cleared away really well and picked up by João Moutinho, who just sort of fires it up the line towards Raul Jimenez. And Jota is tackled very well. Pogba should get on the loose ball and does. Pogba comes forward, looks to play it in towards Lukaku. Tried to flick that first time to Icardi, and Wolves hold onto the ball and clear the danger. Raul Jimenez flicks it out to the right hand side to Ivan Cavaliero. Looks for a ball through. Jota has just got the wrong side of Lindelof. Flicks it in. Raul Jimenez shoots into the bottom corner and Wolves take the lead. It's 1-0 here in the FA Cup. Wolves get the lead. Raul Jimenez with the goal, and him and Adama Traore pose very nicely for a photograph there in front of the camera. And it was a good Wolves goal. Lindelof here just stepped up for offside, got it slightly wrong. Jota, good piece of mind to lay it back into Raul Jimenez, and nothing much David De Gea can do from that range in that position. as we just see it here in the replay. Jota, lovely squared pass. Raul Jimenez, first time, right into the bottom corner as well. A lovely finish. We said before the game that he was rather deadly for this Wolves team, and he's proved it again. So 1-0 down. Man United get the game back underway once more. They're looking to probably improve on this performance. It's not been the best so far, as Rashford is dallied on the ball, and here come Wolves again. Jota on the ball, lays it out to Ivan Cavaliero. Cavaliero looks to go up the line. And Wolves are keeping this ball well. Cavaliero has it again. There's a good bit of pressure here from the Man United defence, just keeping their shape much better than they did for the first goal. Cavaliero holds it up. Good tackle from Tierney. Now can Man United launch something here? Lukaku offers for the ball. Looks to flick that through into Fred, but he just runs into trouble. And again, not playing as well as he has done previously, Fred. He's been quite solid in the midfield for Man United when he's played. But in he comes into low, covers very well with a good tackle. Looks to fire it away down towards Icardi, who takes a good touch to bring that down on his chest. And then just keeps the ball rather sensibly, and Tierney's there, and Man United will start again. Oh, it's a terrible pass from Lindelof though. Raul Jimenez is in. He's chipped David De Gea, and it's 2-0. Just as we said, Man United were looking to build again. Lindelof makes a terrible decision, and Raul Jimenez gets his second goal of the game. And this is not what Man United wanted. Lindelof with no one else to blame but himself. A terrible, terrible decision to try and pass that across his goal. They got the ball here, and Jimenez just saw it coming a mile away, and then just dinks it over De Gea. A lovely finish. 2-0 Wolverhampton Wanderers in the FA Cup. Diego Dalot puts the cross in, looking for Lukaku. Oh, he's hit the post. Romelu Lukaku got right in front of his man. A lovely ball in from Diego Dalot. And Romelu Lukaku smashes his header against the crossbar and the post. And very unlucky for Man United. That would have been an instant response to get them back into the game. Icardi looks to put it in. It's gone towards Rio Patricio, who pounces on the ball very gratefully for Wolverhampton. He tries to get an early start, but that's easy for Fred to get into. Lukaku flicks it out to Rashford. Back in to Lukaku. Lukaku tries to dink it through towards Icardi, but he was caught late as he made the pass, and it's a dangerous free kick here given to Man United. We'll have to see who's going to step over it. More than likely it'll be Paul Pogba. He is the normal designated free kick taker, and it is Pogba over the ball. It's a pretty mixed height wall as Lukaku looks to cause a little bit of trouble in front of Patricio. Pogba gets it up and down. What a free kick that is! The Frenchman has fired in an absolute blinder. He runs to get the ball. That's a captain's goal for Paul Pogba there. What a free kick. In off the post. An absolutely precise finish. As an aside, I think that's the best free kick I've ever taken on PES. That is a blinding free kick. The goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance with that one. As Paul Pogba lines this up. Look at this view from Patricio's goal. Up and down over the wall. Nowhere near it, the Portuguese goalkeeper. And Paul Pogba gets Man United back into the game. 2-1 in the FA Cup, and not long to go in this first half. 15 minutes to go, in fact. Wolves playing some good tiki-taka football, but it's intercepted well by Julian Weigl in the middle of the park. David De Gea looks out left to Kieran Tierney. And Tierney will look to bring us forward. Man United now with a bit of a spring in their step. Fred back to Tierney. Tierney lays it back into Julian Weigl. Out to Eric Bailly. Pogba. Back to Bailly again. Just a 1-2 to keep the ball moving. Into Pogba. Nice little back heel on. And Pogba goes again. Fred gives him the ball in towards Lukaku. Man United seem to be hitting their rhythm. Pogba. Icardi. Dinks it in looking for Lukaku. It's going to come to Fred. Keeps it alive. And Dalot swings another ball in. Bit too close to Patricio, who actually punches it rather than catching. And he does clear the danger pretty well with that punch, so it's a good decision. Here is Lukaku again, just holding up the ball, waiting, seeing if Pogba can batter his way through his man. But Lukaku keeps on going and fires his shot just past the post. Lukaku showing unbelievably good strength there to hold off the defender. From Fred into Lukaku, turned, ran at his man. I think it was Dendoncker, it was, just nutmegs him. And then gets his shot off, and it's agonisingly past the post. But much better from Vinko Peritin's men. After they've conceded that second goal, they just need to start like this in future games. And surely results will not be too far away to going in their favour as Eric Bailly tries to position himself in front of the Wolves man as Pogba accelerates through here, gives it to Icardi, back to Paul Pogba, and there is an opportunity here as Pogba looks to just feed it into Icardi. Icardi dinks it across. Rashford's there with a header. He just didn't get any power in it, and Patricio picks it out of the sky, and that is a chance that has gone begging for Man United. And at half time, on that opportunity. It is 2-1 Wolverhampton Wanderers. A brace for Raul Jimenez. A wonderful free kick from Pogba, but Lukaku shooting just past the post, and Rashford really should have made it 2-2 in the dying minutes of there. As our graphics go wrong here in the FA Cup, we'll be back for the second half. So no changes at half time for either team. Man United will be hoping that they can keep the impetus up, and they have straight away. Fred pressurising the defenders into a mistake. Lukaku tries to put through Icardi, but it's a good header back to Rio Patricio, and he looks to get the game started straight away with a long throw out to Traore. Pogba chasing the ball down a little bit, and here come Wolves. Raul Jimenez keeps the ball, looks to play a 1-2 with the ball over the top. Eric Bailly tries to get there. Raul Jimenez holds it up into Jota. Jota shoots, and again it's right into the bottom corner because the AI is far too clinical. But it's 3-1 Wolverhampton Wanderers as Jota gets the goal and celebrates in very bizarre fashion. So it's a good little 1-2 here. Jimenez over the top, just sort of hold it up and out muscled Eric Bailly. Ball across, Jota with the finish. Lovely stuff, nothing De Gea could do. 3-1 Wolverhampton Wanderers as Man United once again kick off in this game. Raul Jimenez with the ball down the line. Eric Bailly tries to shadow him again. It goes back to Moutinho, out to Cavaliero, into Jimenez, and that's a good block on the shot. Pogba into Weigl, into Fred. Fred lays it off to Tierney. Tierney sees lots of space for Rashford on the left hand side. Lays that infield to Fred once more. Fred just trying to hold the ball up and wait for something to be created from the front runners. Into Icardi. Mario Icardi is put under pressure. Sensibly lays it off to Diego Dalot. Into Fred. Fred tries to go to Icardi, but never going to get through that many players going forward as Moutinho is put under pressure by Weigl. Lindelof comes out from the back to try and win the ball and just catches the Wolverhampton man, but Raul Jimenez here takes his time, puts a ball through. Tierney should get that and does. Covers it very well. Fred looks to put in the run of Pogba. Pogba is asking Lukaku to make the dummy run. In it goes, lays it off into Rashford. Rashford just took too long to get the shot off, and the Wolves players got back. Pogba will be disappointed after doing all that running that Rashford didn't take the opportunity. And here come Wolves on the counter-attack. It's Ivan Cavaliero on the left wing. What can he do? Puts a cross in towards the back, and there's the header, and De Gea tips it over the bar as Jimenez was looking for his hat-trick. So Fred is replaced by Juan Mata in the first substitution of the game. Man United blinking first. They have been dominating possession, but just haven't been able to do too much with it as De Gea tries to get Man United moving quickly. Lukaku lays it off looking for Marcus Rashford. And here is the young Englishman. Straight up to Lukaku again. Knocks it into Rashford's path. Looks that through. What an attack this is. And there's a shot, and it's just past the post from Mario Icardi. And can't keep up his goal-scoring form for Man United at the moment. He's been scoring some wonderful goals. Overhead kicks, volleys, dinks, all sorts at the moment. And he's showing that he is getting to grips with this United team. But that one just goes agonisingly past the post yet again. Jimenez wins the header once more into Jota. Lays that back to João Moutinho. Goes up the line towards Cavaliero. Tierney puts a good foot in. He finds Weigl out to Pogba. And Man United are finding their stride a little bit better now. Pogba up towards Icardi. Just checks back to invite Paul Pogba to get involved. Gives it to Lukaku once more. There is Juan Mata, the substitute. Lays that up towards Rashford, but it's very well cleared. And the one header is won. And will Tierney be able to keep this in? He does with a good sliding pass. Weigl up to Pogba. Pogba lays that round to the Rashford. It's very well tackled, but it has fallen to Icardi. Tries to feed in Rashford again. It's just not coming off. Weigl misjudges the header, and it's won by Wolverhampton Wanderers. Jimenez is tackled well by Eric Bailly, but the referee's given a foul. De Gea with a long kick forward tries to get Icardi involved early doors. Rashford flicks it on to Rashford. On one more to Mata. This is wonderful football from the team in red. Here comes Juan Mata. Gets his shot off. It's a great block from the defender, and it will be a corner to Man United. And that was a very swift counter-attacking move from the Red Devils. And Wolves make a substitution. Troy off. Held Acosta on as Pogba takes the corner, looking for Lukaku at the front post. It's headed away, and Pogba will get another opportunity. Dinks it in, looking in the middle. There's Rashford with the header just over the bar. Second sub of the day for Man United. Julian Weigl off and Ander Herrera on to replace him in the centre of midfield. 10 minutes to go, and it looks like Vinko Peritin is asking his Man United team to push a little bit higher up the pitch to try and make a difference here as Juan Mata has the ball. Nice ball through, looking for Lukaku. Flicks that round the corner to Herrera. On one more. Can Icardi get there? He does. Looks to fire it across goal. Rashford just can't get the finishing touch. And you've got to say the Englishman has wasted a large number of opportunities for Man United today. A lot of them falling his way, and he just hasn't had that clinical nature that you normally see from him to put it away. As Herrera is fouled, and this will be another opportunity for Paul Pogba. Pogba stands over the ball. Can he give Man United a bit of a chance? He can. He fires it in. It's 2 for the captain. 2 from free kicks for Man United. And Man United, they just have a chance. They're just holding on. Another sublime free kick from Paul Pogba there to stick that in the net. And the captain has given them hope once again as Wolves get us back underway. 5 minutes to go in this FA Cup tie. It's going to be tense. It's going to be frantic. Let's see if Man United have enough about them to get back into the game, as they need to start pressurising the ball. It goes forward. Good tackle from Tierney, but can't keep it in play. And Wolves have a throw-in. Here goes Delo. Flicks it into Herrera's path. Surely the last attack of the game for Man United. Lukaku picks it up and it goes to Juan Mata. Juan Mata turns away from his man really well, but took just a heavy touch and allowed the Wolves slide tackle to get involved. And here is Jota. It's a Jimenez looking to finish it off. Bay with a great challenge, and there's the full-time whistle. Man United tried and tried, wasted some great opportunities, but their FA Cup run ends at the first hurdle, and that is incredibly disappointing. So on we go then to a day of negotiations for the Man United team, and we've received an offer of Pogba from Juventus and an update in the transfer for James Rodriguez. So let's go and have a look at this one for Pogba. What have Juventus offered? 30 million. Well, he's got a release fee of 33, but we're going to reject that, obviously. End negotiations, yeah. Unbelievably quite like real life that Juventus are in for Pogba in real life. So Rodriguez, we're just going to accept it, sign him on loan, and it's going to be really good fun to get him in. He's in time for the game against Leicester, and I am looking forward to... I've never actually played with James Rodriguez in Pro Evolution Soccer, so I'm interested to see how he links up with the squad, how he gets involved. I will say, like, this proves that it's much easier to play without commentary, because all of these games were played on Superstar, and without commentary I won them all, apart from Bournemouth. So, yeah, it adds another level of difficulty to it, and I know people have suggested, oh, we'll just do the thing where you play the game and then commentate it over afterwards. It's a lot harder to do that because you're not in the moment when you play it, and it's much easier to commentate it when you're in the moment. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's get James. Hopefully, James Rodriguez is up for it. Oh, Martial, you can definitely play. Let's get Alderweireld in for Delict. Where is he? James Rodriguez can come in straight away for Juan Mata. Weigl can be replaced by Ander Herrera. Let's take Sancho off the bench to be replaced by... I guess Lingard can go on the bench. Let's put Luke Shaw starting at left back. We need to take Icardi off. Let's give Lingard a start up there. Let's give Greenwood a go on the bench as our striking option. And let's go. Hello and welcome to Old Trafford for the game of Man United versus Leicester City. That'll be a very interesting game in the Premier League today. Both teams not in the best of form. Man United new signing James Rodriguez makes his debut in central midfield. Let's get straight into kickoff and see how the game unfolds. So Man United, straight from their FA Cup disappointment, getting knocked out by Wolverhampton Wanderers in the first round, are lining up in this game in a similar formation with a very similar front or starting 11. Just with one very special new face in James Rodriguez, and here he is on the ball and very sensibly just keeps possession moving at the moment, and it's straight up to Martial into Rodriguez. Martial gets it back and straight away feeds it into Luke Shaw, and this is a wonderful starting attack from Man United as they were looking for Lukaku in the box. It's flicked on and slightly away from danger by Leicester City, and a very good start from Man United 4 minutes into the game. Martial flicks it in to James' path. Here is James, lays it in to Lukaku. Lukaku tries to turn, but Harry Maguire marshals him very well. And then Leicester look to break on the counter-attack with Iheanacho, who flicks a back heel into the path of Klich. Klich lays it out to Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu's in, but lovely defending from Ander Herrera, who has been an absolute monster for Man United in the first part of this season. Pogba up to James Rodriguez, up to Martial. Martial into Lukaku. Lukaku just holds it up and looks to get away, but can't, and Çalhanoğlu picks it up to Iheanacho. Iheanacho is blocked out of it, but it falls to Martinez, and then he plays a nice 1-2 to get in behind Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot has to come over and looks to hold him up. Good turn from Martinez, in it goes, and once again Ander Herrera is there defending unbelievably well. Pogba lays it out to Diego Dalot, who's got enough space to stretch his legs. Looks to fire a pass into Lukaku's feet, and does. Pogba holds it up and goes out to Luke Shaw. Man United keeping possession quite well in this game. Rodriguez into Pogba, a heavy touch from the Frenchman, but it's pounced upon by Ander Herrera into Dalot. Diego Dalot finds Lingard, making a rare start in Man United's team. Vinko Pritin hasn't really been a fan this season, but Harry Maguire comes across and puts it out for a throw. Delo takes the throw into Lingard, back to the Portuguese man early. In it goes, and Schmeichel, oh no, Ward is starting this game for Leicester in goal. Pounces on the ball. Harry Maguire with a really heavy touch. It's given Lukaku a chance. Lukaku's in, fires it past Ward. Really powerful, a great finish, and Harry Maguire, who has been rumoured to be joining Man United, will be ruining that. That was absolutely shocking from the English central defender. For a full international, really heavy touch. Lukaku pounced, got involved, one-on-one with Ward, wasn't going to pass it to Lingard, but fired it in the side netting. And a very, very good finish there. It was just, looked comfortable for Maguire, passed across goal, took a very, very heavy touch. Lukaku pounced, took his time, knew that Maguire wasn't going to get back in time, lined up his shot, rifled it into the side netting. 1-0 United. Leicester have tried to work that down the line, but overkicked it, and overhit it, and it goes out for a Man United throw. Man United doing a little bit better in the defensive situations in this game than they did against Wolves, standing off the players, not always committing, and it seems to be working for them as they're just stroking the ball around very nicely now. James Rodriguez has been very comfortable on the ball without being anything spectacular, but he's moving it around nicely and acting as a bit of a linchpin in the midfield. There he is again, giving it out to Luke Shaw. Up it goes to Martial. Back to Rodriguez, into Paul Pogba, up to Lingard. Man United showing some wonderful football here to move it around as Lukaku flicks it out into James Rodriguez pass. Great tackle from Ricardo Pereira, and managed to hold on to the ball. Luke Shaw drawn a little bit out of position to try and put Ward under pressure as Iheanacho wins the header. It goes out wide looking to Pereira, up to Klitsch. Klitsch lays it in field again, and it goes through to Iheanacho, but Eric Bailly does really well. Pogba lays it into Rodriguez's pass, straight up to Lukaku. Just looks to turn and wait for runners, and there is James Rodriguez into Martial. Martial just holds it up and lays it back sensibly to Luke Shaw, and Man United retain possession. Herrera tries to play it into Lukaku's path and does. Lukaku holds onto the ball. Wonderful ball through to Anthony Martial. Squares it across goal, and Pogba just couldn't get there in front of the defender. And it's a good Man United move again. That patient build-up play really paying off for them. And it seems to be making a difference. Pritin slightly changing his approach of attack in these games. As James Rodriguez, again, just keeping the ball moving on his debut. Nothing spectacular, but doing it all sensibly. Herrera lays it off to Pogba. Pogba tried to feed it into Martial, but got it all wrong, and Iheanacho's broken through. Terrible defending from the Man United back line. De Gea comes out, Iheanacho shoots. I think De Gea's got enough on it. It hits the post and goes behind for a corner. De Gea quickly off his line. Man United back two there. The two centre-backs completely split just by one pass, and Bailly tried to get back. Iheanacho there, good. It's actually, there could be a call for handball there as it goes past the post for a corner. And Man United can consider themselves a little lucky here as corner's taken short into Iheanacho, but it's read very well by Rodriguez. But that is a terrible pass, and it's fed back to De Gea, and Man United, well, that looked calm, but I imagine under the surface that was incredibly panicked. But it is 1-0 to Man United at half-time. Lukaku's thunderbolt finish from a Harry Maguire mistake gives the Red Devils the lead at half-time. Man United with the same 11 coming back out, but Leicester make a substitution. Jamie Vardy on for Iheanacho. Not a surprise with that decision. Iheanacho struggling to get into the game, and here is Vardy straight from the off, put under pressure by Alderweireld, who makes a good challenge and gets the ball, but again a sloppy pass from the back. It's hit first time, deflected, and David De Gea pounces on the ball, and he does actually look to get Man United started right. A lovely flick there from Martial, and it fell into James Rodriguez, who gives it to Lukaku, who just holds onto the ball. Back to Martial again, just waiting and waiting for the runners. Luke Shaw is one of them, and he is just trying to tease a tackle or draw a foul out as it's laid back to Ander Herrera. Ander Herrera sees the run of Lukaku, who's in behind the defence. Great save from Danny Ward in goal. Lukaku timed that run to perfection. Herrera picked him out wonderfully well, but just couldn't get the finishing touches. It's out wide. Lukaku looks to flick it on, but he's overhit the pass, and Rodriguez has got a race to keep it in play. Just about does, and gives it off to Luke Shaw. Into Herrera again. Herrera, a bit of time. Lays that in to Pogba's feet. Pogba just waiting for a bit of space. Sees Delo out on the right hand side. Gives that back into Pogba. Back to Delo, but it's intercepted well. Lingard tries to get up to win the header, but he's never going to beat Harry Maguire, and it's cleared away. Herrera's caught on the ball by Vardy on around the halfway line. But Ander Herrera gets back well and puts in a really good tackle and then tries to release Jesse Lingard on the right hand side. And Lingard's got time and space. Can he put a good cross in? He's looking for Martial, who gets up to win the header above Ricardo Pereira. And that is 2-0 Man United. Fantastic work from Jesse Lingard on a rare start here for Vinko Peritin. But it's a great performance from Man United. It's so much better than what they played against Wolves. James Rodriguez there right in the celebrations. Herrera lost the ball, then won it back and put a lovely ball down the line to Jesse Lingard. And he just stood this up to the back post and said, there you go, Anthony, go and attack it. And that's what he did. Number 11 for Man United gets what could possibly be his second or third goal of the season. Hasn't been too prolific, but Lingard here just stood it up, and then Martial attacks it wonderfully well. Great header, and it's past Danny Ward before he knows what's happening. 2-0 United. That's a good ball through though, and they're in here, but Eric Bailly's got enough about him just to get in the way of it. It's laid off to Jamie Vardy, and it's 2-1 just like that. The substitute for Leicester gets a goal back for the team from the North Midlands. North Midlands? Can you have that? Where are they from? Leicestershire, I guess would have been a sensible thing to say. Vardy puts it away. It was a bit slobby here. Just got a bit of space, and it was Delo just not tracking his man. Luke Shaw deeper than absolutely everybody. Bailly should have just put his foot through it. It was clever play to square it to Vardy, who won't miss from that sort of range. 2-1. And Leicester are back in the game, and Man United get it back underway again. 20 minutes to go, and Man United still keeping with the patient approach. Alderweireld lays it back to Eric Bailly, his central defensive partner. Up it goes, looking for Lingard into the low, and Lingard's gone again. I've got to say, he has impressed in this game. Lingard fires across it again. Martial's there, and the 2-goal lead is restored. Those two link up again, Martial and Lingard. It is 3-1, and that is a fantastic cross yet again from Jesse Lingard. Picked out Martial's run to the near post. Flicked over here, good 1-2 with Delo. It completely flummoxed the fullback, and Lingard there fires it in, and Martial, Harry Maguire was nowhere near him. So Jamie Vardy has gone in very hard on Luke Shaw after the ball was gone. Should be a yellow card. The referee may take leniency because he wasn't been on the pitch for the whole game, but that definitely should have been a yellow card. A terribly reckless challenge. The ball was long gone, and Englishman on Englishman, but Luke Shaw here put a nice ball into Pogba's feet, and then Jamie Vardy comes flying in out of nowhere. Very lucky to get away with not getting a booking on that one. But 3-1 up, 15 minutes to go. Man United, you feel, will just be happy to keep possession and wait for the opportunity to possibly get a fourth, or for the clock to run down. Lingard into Pogba. Pogba gets it back and gives it into Diego Delo. Delo fires it across. Martial's there. Can he get a hat-trick? He can! Martial, 2 headers and a right-footed finish. He's had a storming game. It's 4-1 to Man United. Where have these performances been all season? It's another cross goal. Diego Delo here. Lingard into Pogba. Pogba out to Delo. And he was at fault for the goal, not tracking his man. But that's a truly wonderful cross. And Martial header off the bar, off the post. He runs into the post. And it makes it 4-1. It's a wonderful cross from Delo. Just enough elevation. And Martial's there again. It could have even hit his shoulder, but he doesn't care. It goes in. And that is 4-1. Jamie Vardy has just flown into another tackle again as Lukaku comes forward, lays it off to Lingard, but a little bit of a heavy touch. Weary legs starting to kick in for this Man United team as Vardy's there. Looked to turn away from Eric Bailly, but just couldn't spin away for the 1-2. Delo comes over and gives away a foul. So James Rodriguez's debut ends for Man United. Looks like he's going to get the win on his first game. Very, very simple passes, simple football from James Rodriguez on his debut. Very impressive. Youngster Andreas Pereira comes on. Again, a rare start. A rare performance for Vinko Peritin here to give Pereira a run. But it's flicked into the middle, and Eric Bailly wins the header very well, and it's brought down. Diego Delo looks to lay it into Andreas Pereira, who gets his first run. He's brought down, but Pogba will pick up the pieces, and the referee's played a good advantage. Pogba tries to flick it through into Lukaku's path. He chests it down on the shot, and it's just past the post. His right foot, his weaker foot, but still a fantastic connection. Good advantage played by the referee as Pereira danced around the tackle. Pogba here, little ball over the top on his left foot. Lukaku, great chest control, right-footed shot. Hits the side netting on the wrong side, and it remains 4-1 to Man United. Martial round the corner into Lukaku. Lukaku holds it up. Looks to go over the top into Martial again. Martial, can he get his fourth of the game? He gets his shot. If he does, toe pokes it past Ward. And he's got his fourth of the game in a 5-1 win. Anthony Martial has had an absolutely storming game. A ridiculously good game for the Frenchman. He hasn't started that many, and maybe he's showing Vinko Peritin that he really should be starting more games. It's 5-1 Man United. 4 goals for Anthony Martial. Lukaku this time on the assist, and Martial just uses his pace to get past the fullback. Gets in there, took a heavy touch, but the little toe poke round Ward is a fantastic finish into the corner, and that is 5-1 to Manchester United. So yeah, maybe Leicester have got another attack in them, and as it comes out, Eric Bailly drawn out of midfield, but Dalot comes over, wins the ball really, really well. And Dalot comes forward. You can see Lukaku calling for the ball. He flicks it into Martial. Martial goes on one more to Pereira. Pereira just gets caught on the ball and couldn't get it out of his feet, but with the injury time already up, Dalot makes another good challenge in the last minutes of this game, and there is the full-time whistle. A truly fantastic performance from Man United. 5-1, 4 goals for Anthony Martial. He is surely your man of the match in today's game. And let's look at the stats. So 3 shots for Leicester, 3 on target, just the 1 goal. 7 shots for Man United, 6 of them on target, dominating possession. A truly masterful performance from Vinko Peritin's men, and Anthony Martial is your man of the match in today's game, and all the Leicester players playing pretty poorly. So we have an offer for Andre Gomez, probably a loan offer. I have put him on the loan list, so let's see what that is about. A fantastic performance there, and I will just go and show you in a sec that is it a loan? Yeah, loan transfer. Yeah. I will just go and show you that it is still on Superstar. I know I showed it at the beginning of the episode, but when I find it's a lot easier to defend when I'm not commentating on Superstar. Like I stand off the man, I get the computer to go and press some people too. It's much better. So if we just go general settings, it is Superstar, 10 minutes like normal. The only difference from this and my other Master League is that I play it on classic difficulty, not whatever it is, where you got more chance of getting sacked, because I knew this would start off pretty badly. But yeah, a very, very good performance. A terrible performance against Wolves, really should have done better, but we beat Leicester and we go up into 9th in the league. James Rodriguez makes his debut. Next up is Southampton. I might skip through some more games again and just get this progressing a little bit more. So we might just come back for, I don't know, maybe a double header around here somewhere. I'm not too sure. Who have we got after Basel? Basel, Everton, Basel. That's a good run. Basel, Man City, West Ham. Yeah, there's a couple of headers we can do. Maybe Newcastle and Crystal Palace. Maybe something like that. Or Huddersfield and Newcastle. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. 2 games in this episode. If that's what you want to see more of, let me know down below. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.